So as one does when it's late at night and you can't seem to fall asleep, you start reading articles. Well, you don't do that. Well, I guess I'm weird in that factor. But anyway, as I was trying to find articles to read about different companies and about companies that I'm invested in, I came across this article on LMND and the fact that it says LMND insiders are selling. Should investors be worried? And I was like, whoa. What you mean? First question is, who are insiders? For anybody who doesn't know, insiders are the leadership of the company or people who work inside of a company. And usually whenever they start selling, that's not a great sign about the company. That's not when you start seeing CEOs, CFOs, COOs all of a sudden start announcing like, oh yeah, by the way, we're selling our shares of this company. It's like, whoa, so you guys are calling a quits on this company? Like, why are you doing that? Usually you want to see them buy in more shares of the company that they operate and own. And so I got a little bit worried, but I was like, let me dig a little bit deeper into this article and see exactly what are they selling and how much are they selling? Well, when you dig a little bit deeper, it's not like they just sold like 1 or 2 shares. The CFO, who is Timothy Bixby, has sold 90,000 shares valued at $10.8 million. And the co-founder and CEO, Daniel Schreiber, has unloaded 687,500 shares, pocketing roughly $18.4 million. And fellow co-founder COO, Shai Wininger, has sold another 536,500 shares, totaling $63.1 million. That's a lot of money that they sold out of. And so for me, when I see that, combined with the fact that the stock is down like plus 50% since its all-time high of $183, it doesn't make me very happy to see that news. But let's talk about, is that really something we need to be worried about? Or is it just kind of an article with a headline, even though they did a good job of talking about it? But let's talk about it. Is this something to worry about as LMND shareholders? Let's go. What's going on, people? It's your boy Glitchy back with another video. If this is your first time around these parts, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy anything that we talk about on this video, hit that like button. Turn that thing, say it with me now, a blue. But anyway, in this video, we're going to talk about insider trading, when to get worried about it, and when not to get worried about. When some things are just going to happen, and when some things are not necessarily the most thing you need to be afraid of, I guess is the way I'll put it. You don't need to be afraid of these things when it does happen. So basically, like I said earlier, I saw this article that was talking about insider trading and insider selling out of shares of LMND. Actually, the first place I saw this was on something called Wallmine. So Wallmine is where you can kind of track all your portfolio and see what's going on with a company. It sends you update whenever insiders are trading out of shares that you own. And so Wallmine sent me an update about insider trading. And I was like, hold up, what do you mean insider trading? And then I went through and I was looking at all the details of all the times that they have sold out of the company. And you see like multiple times where Shai sold out, multiple different times where he sold out close to like 60 plus $1 million, like we said earlier. And you have Daniel Schreiber, who sold over $80 plus million of ownership stake in the company and actual shares selling out of the company when the company was hitting all-time highs, unbelievable prices that they were selling all of these at. And so when I saw that, it got me scared, combining that with the fact that the stock price has just continued to fall. Now, for me, when the stock price is falling, I want to see CEOs and ownership in a company actually be buying more shares, not selling. But when you look back at the dates when when a lot of this selling was going on, you can see like most of this was done before the price started selling. This was before they actually offered more shares to the public, but this was when a lot of this was done. But then when I started digging deeper and you actually read the article and you don't just read the headline, one of the things that they broke down is the fact that they still own majority shares in the company. As a matter of fact, it says on here that Bixby, who is the CFO, still owns about 230,000 shares and he's only sold 28% of all his holding. Daniel Schreiber still owns about 4.8% of the company, and Shai Wininger still owns about 6% of the company. So with just the leadership right there, they own more than 10% of the company. And then combine that with, they also have some other shares that is not traded publicly, where they have about 21% of voting power when combined with SoftBank. And so when I looked at that, I was like, whew, that kind of eased my heart and made me feel a little bit better and made me feel a little bit nicer and made me feel better about myself and not to see that they're just bailing out of the company. Because one thing that you want to see with any CEO and any leadership or any insider of any company, you want to see that they are working in step with you. You want to see that they are just as actively involved in a company just as much as you want them to be. They are just as in depth into the company and tied to the company. In all honesty, you want to see their wealth to be tied lockstep with the company that they own. However, it is a regular occurrence where owners in a company will sell shares in order to tackle maybe some other things that they're tackling, or maybe they want to just, be able to buy something nice after all the hard work that they've done, and then their stock appreciated, and now they can actually take some of the advantage out of all the money that they've put into a business. For example, Jeff Bezos regularly sells out of his shares of Amazon. Not to say that he still doesn't own most of the shares in Amazon, but he does regularly sell out of it in order to fund other operations like his Blue Origin operation or his space satellite operation. He regularly funds his operations through selling Amazon shares. And that's usually not a big deal because we all know he's tied lockstep with Amazon. Plus, Amazon is such a big conglomerate right now that most people are just like, Jeff Bezos can do whatever he wants to do. But when it's on a smaller scale, when it's a company that is not that large, I mean, Lemonade is a $6 billion company, probably much smaller than that. After the stock fell, it's actually a $5.58 billion company now. But that scares a lot of investors whenever they see like insiders are selling out of a stock. It gets scary. But the main thing I wanted to share is, one, this happens regularly. And two, is for you to do your research to understand, okay, they're selling out of it, but do they still have a majority stake in the company? Because you want the CEO to be lockstep with the shareholders. But anyway, I just wanted to share that real quick with you guys. It's not going to be a long video. I don't even know how long this video has been going. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned one, maybe two things out of this thing. Let me know in the comments below. Did you buy Lemonade on the dip? I know I was hoping that Lemonade would drop below 80. It actually today it dropped as low as like 88 and I couldn't buy any shares in it, but I wanted to stay in that 80 range. I think around $60 to $80 is where I'll say it's fair value for Lemonade. So if it drops anywhere in that range, I'm going to be buying more. But as of right now, I still feel Lemonade is a bit overvalued. But I do believe in the company going forward in the long term. And if it starts to reverberate, I might pick up some more shares in Lemonade. Let me know. Did you buy any shares of Lemonade? Have you been buying the dip? I mean, like I said, it's dropped 50% from its all-time highs. So we'll see. I mean, part of it is a lot of momentum investors are finally getting out of the stock. And I hope more and more momentum investors get out of all my tech stocks so I can get them for cheaper prices, because there's a lot of companies I really believe in, but I've not been able to buy into because their valuation has been so stretched. It's been unbelievably stretched. Let them go to other stocks like bank stocks and energy stocks and all the other stocks where people are going to be outside, and leave my tech stocks alone, because that's what I want to be buying. I already bought my bank stocks. I already bought my REITs. I already bought all that stuff when everybody was looking elsewhere and everybody was celebrating tech stocks and jumping into Tesla and all that stuff. We're over here buying all the bank stocks because it was cheap. Like literally Bank of America keeps on flying higher and higher for me, literally outperforming Microsoft and Apple for me, because all of a sudden everybody remembered that, interest rates are going to change and all that other stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. That's all I got for y'all in this video. I hope y'all learned one, maybe two things out of this entire thing. And if you did, hit that like button. If you loved it, hit that subscribe button. But anyway, thank you for checking the video once again. And remember, generosity is always greater than greed. God bless each and every single one of y'all. And I'm out. Peace. Whoosh.